Namaste Vidya, Khushrivi. I am Muskan Kumari from the Department of Science and Technology, and I'm the assistant professor working in the Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University and the Faculty of Education and Technology. So today's your subject is basic introduction to the grid computing, cloud computing, big data, and web technology. And in this subject, I will teach you the first session, that is the basic introduction to the grid computing, in which I will teach you about the how grid computing has evolved from which technology and what are the basic elements of the grid computing and what are the uses of grid computing in our daily life. So for this, to better understanding for you, I am going to share a word files which I have created for you and also uploaded on your portal. So see these ones here. Uh, yes, this one, isn't it? So now, the basic introduction of the grid computing and the web intelligence and the big data. And I am very familiar. You all are very familiar about the big data words and the web intelligence and the grid and cloud computing, isn't it? So because these all are the advanced technology and the currently era, and I will discuss one by one each of them, isn't it? So firstly, the grid computing. Grid computing is just evaluated from the cloud computing, and the grid computing means the things which is different individuals, isn't it? Suppose there is a functions of the cluster. You don't know about the clusters, so I'm going to describe this ones. Like cluster is like what? There is an area or geographical area or the region where the same homogeneous or the heterogeneous types of elements are situated and binding are together, isn't it? So that is known as a cluster. And this is also the same things like what? Grid computing is the different things to the different individuals. That it means the property and the shaping or the appearance of each elements or the individuals which are situated in that geographical locations is different to each element, isn't it? Now, the basic, you can also so that the grid computing like the electronically concepts is situated also here. That is the power grids where user get access to electrically through the analogy to the power grids where users get access the electricity and the wall circuit with no care of the grid consideration for whether how electricity is actually generated, isn't it? So this in the view grid computing becomes pervasive and individual users or the applications gain access to computing resources or the storage data, isn't it? So I'm discussing this topic. So what all the users who are using the spaces or the resources like what your processors, you are using the spaces storing for the data and the data or applications whatever you are using for storing and retrieving the data, and that is all known as the resources, and through which you are performing these all activities is known as the applications, isn't it? Are needed with the little of the knowledge. You didn't have too much knowledge about that to accessing the data from the cloud servers, but only a little bit knowledge you can access that all the data from the clouds, isn't it? So in the grid computing, there is no required to have the vast knowledge regarding that fields, isn't it? So you can also access that all the data with the little amount of the knowledge about the extraction with that all things, isn't it? So now this is also regarding about your resources and your applications, and the users who are accessing this is known as the grid users. Okay, and they are using the various technology, and it's obvious that you can also use the operating systems. Without operating system you can't access it. So the grid computing is basically the federations of the computer resources or the multiple administrative domains to reach a fixed goal for the company, isn't it? So discuss these topics that were suppose you have created one goal or thought one goal that you have achieved this once for achieving or accessing like your goal is to storing your precious data to the clouds for the more security. And to do this goal, you have required the resources, or you can also take the help of multiple administrative domains for doing these all activities. So this is that means to achieving your common goal, you have required the computer, multiple resources, and the multiple administrative domains for accessing that things. Yeah. And the computational part of grid. We are using the a very common words that is named as the computational. So I am teaching you that what computational task is what. Computational task of grid is basic the combination of your hardware and the software infrastructure, isn't it? That provides independent or inexpensive access to the higher end of the communications capabilities or the computational capabilities. Okay, now how grid computing works, isn't it? So grid computing work by running specialized software, isn't it? This is very simple lines that what to performing any task you have to take the help of your softwares and your hardwares. That is same thing, that is read computing basically works by running the specialized software in the sense what the softwares which is highly compatible for your desired work or your desired goal. Okay, so this is that things and all the data which is used for performing this task is known as grid data. Literally. The software which acts as the manager of the entire system and coordinates various tasks according to the grid. According to the grid, they are performing the various tasks or softwares who are performing the role as a manager to manage your data and all the entire activity. Okay, and software assigns the subtasks to each computer so they can work simultaneously. And here you can see that what softwares are giving the subtasks to all the related computers. Here you can see that the parallel computing or the parallel computing type concepts is using it, isn't it? You can use multiple parallelly computers working the same activities. Okay, so that is this thing simultaneously respective with the subtask. What the task is assigned to the each computer. Now, uh, after the completion of the subtask, when the grid has completed that subtask, grid computers has completed that subtask, the outputs are gathered and aggregated to complete the last task. Isn't it? Here is the concept that will what demultiplex, demultiplexing, right? Demultiplex, like what you are giving the as the input, like what various you are giving the input like the a combination of all the subtasks, isn't it? Here the combination of all subtasks is like whatever the subtask is assigned to the multiple computers, they are using that all in the gathered form, and that are split into the multiple forms like a output of each individual computers, and then that all outputs are again what multiplexed, isn't it? Multiplexed, or you are gathering that all splitted outputs to performing that the input subtask, isn't it? And that input subtask is the combination of all the output of your all individuals computers. Now here this is the diagrams which are showing that things that data grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 nodes. These all are the nodes, or you can say these all are the computers to whom that subtask is assigned to perform the tasks, and they are accessing via the various applications that may be done. Some clients for using the application Java, some clients which are using the .NET, some clients which are using C++, and some clients which are using the Node.js. These all computers are accessing, or the computers on which grid users are allocated to each computers. They are working multiple applications, and then after that they are performing the outputs into the one data form, isn't it? So now the software lets the computer communicate over the network with the computers, so they can share the information. So this is basically the things which I have already discussed here, that computers are sharing all the informations to each other to performing the subtask which is assigned by the grid users, okay, or the softwares. So now coming to the next point, that is the basically working. In the AVAP diagram, you can see that there are various modes, or there are the multiple things in the working. Working in the sense what? How the grid computing works, isn't it? So what are the elements are involved to performing this processings? So grid computing network mainly consists of three types machines. Okay, three types of machines. First is the control node, second is deal with the providers, third is the user. Isn't it? Control node is what? What do you mean by control node? Control node, you can also say that this is a type of the computer. This is a computer, isn't it? A computer, usually a server or a group of server which administrates the whole network, isn't it? There is a computers or the server which are managing your whole servers or the whole networks that keep the amount count of the resources or the network pool. Okay, providers who are providing you the resources or the resource pool in the network. User who are working, who are using that resources on the network, isn't it? And the user is like the computers. Okay, so this is the basic things which I have discussed, and these are the basic references is giving you here, that like what you can use the cloud computing web application that change the way you are working and collaborating online by the Michael Miller. You can use this as a reference book for getting the depth knowledge regarding this. And second is the Bart Jacob Michael Brown Red Books, that is basically based on your introduction to the grid computing. You can also refer this book for the brief knowledge, gaining the knowledge, and also use the various sites like the gigs for gig sites for taking the knowledge and taking the contents from that sites, isn't it? Also the Java key points, and some questions I have given here to you that do by yourself, like what is grid computing and what is the importance of grid computing in today's era, and give some level diagrams and explain with the help of key points only, not writing the paragraphs. You are using only the key points. On the key points you have to describe these all the things. Okay, in the next session I will discuss the benefits of the grid computing